What took them so long? Today, finally, Congress of the United States of America, the House of Representatives, had approved a new military bill for Ukraine. Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Today we have not just those good news for Ukraine, but many more, which might definitely change the situation on the front lines in a close-by perspective. I'm gonna tell you about everything in this video. So let's start from what was actually voted and the voting itself, because majority of Republicans still didn't support this bill. Some of the numbers missing from what I see. For it, there were 311 votes and against 312. So 4 votes are missing, at least on the screenshot. So 101 Republicans voted for it, 112 against. It clearly tells me what party as a Ukrainian should I support next. Yeah, I'm not the United States citizen, but after all, you see the picture. And we also see the support of Ukraine from this part of the Congress. The last time the big Ukrainian military support was voted in Congress in December of 2022, and there the figures were different, 225 against 210, so here we have even more support for Ukraine compared to what it was a couple of years ago. With this we have the fact that if Mike Johnson had put the military bill for voting, it would have obtained all of the necessary votes for it to pass. Why it was done so late, I'm out of clue. On my Patreon page I wrote, Americans finally took the only proper decision, but only after trying every other one. The statement actually belongs to Winston Churchill after the United States of America decided to enter the Second World War. So 60.8 billion United States dollars will not be supported to Ukraine directly, but they will work for military and also economy support. 23.2 billion United States dollars will be used to modernize the United States weaponry after the United States of America would transfer the existing equipment for Ukraine. As I said to you, Ukraine mostly obtains the old equipment, which is ready to go in the United States storages. It will make the support of Ukraine much faster. At the same time, United States would need to use those funds to compensate what they send, because United States Army also need to be strong. So actually this package is good for modernization of the United States Army. But $13.8 billion will be used by the United States Army to produce new weapons for Ukraine. It takes time. Mostly we speak about the artillery shells production. 11.3 billion United States dollars will be spent for the United States Army itself, for the training of Ukrainian army, for surveillance missions, and also, as many say, for logistics, military logistics in the region of the Eastern Europe to support weaponry as fast as possible. I believe that also those funds could be used to support the Ukrainian military units, F-16s and Abrams tanks, which will be delivered to the NATO bases for maintenance in Europe. $7.8 billion is the budget support of Ukrainian economy to cover the deficit and to help with energy crisis, which happened because of the Russian aerial attacks. 1.57 billion United States dollars will be spent for supporting Ukrainian economy in terms of loan. $400 million will be spent for reinforcing Ukrainian border and humanitarian programs. We also have the interesting figure 5 billion United States dollars, which could be taken from Russia. It was also voted by Congress, so the part of the Russian assets could be arrested and sent to Ukraine. So after all, I think all of this military bill is great. The stupid amendments from the MAGA group were declined, as I said to you, as being stupid ones. And we have the first reaction from the Russian side. The deputy chairman of the Russian Security Council, Medvedev, he is also the former Russian president, said that American lawmakers approved assistance to gang of Nazis, but Russia will win despite 61 billion blood dollars. Medvedev, you will not fight against 61 billion blood dollars, as you said. Your army will fight against American weapons and Ukrainian soldiers. I don't think that they will win after all. Kremlin or Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that the United States will be responsible for the decision to confiscate the property of the Russian Federation. We're speaking about those $5 billion that will be sent to Ukraine from the Russian assets. Moscow will take measures that meet its interests without a time limit. The confiscation of the Russian assets will harm the image of the United States and scare away investors in its country. Well, I don't think so. What might scare investors is then you attack your neighboring country. This is what happened to Russia. Victoria Spats, native Ukrainian from Chernihiv Oblast, voted no to the military support of Ukraine, a traitor of her own country. Luckily, she's leaving politics this year. Spats, go and yourself. Just a couple of days ago, Chernihiv, her native city, was attacked by the Russian missiles. Many civilians lost their lives, but she hesitates to support Ukraine. Wow. About ATACMS missiles, there's high chance that those will be supported for Ukraine. We have the statement about it in a military bill. If the United States doesn't need those missiles for their own protection, crucially, they should be supported to Ukraine. My friends, just a short break here. If you want to support the job that I do daily on YouTube, you may join my Patreon team. The link for it is in the video description just below, or you may scan the QR code available on the screen. Thank you so much for supporting the job that I do. And here's the result of the ATACMS operation in Jankoy military Russian airfield. So yesterday I already showed you the similar image, but this one is more detailed and it is colored, so you may see again 4 of the Russian S-400 air defense systems that were kaputted at once. I think that here the main part of the missile hit the ground, but it disassembles in the sky and also targets the vast area of the airfield. Moreover, we have the information from the mainstream media sources that all of the weapons package to Ukraine is ready to go. We're speaking about current weaponry that United States Army has. It will take Pentagon less than a week to deliver some of the weapons to Ukrainian units who have been forced to ration artillery and air defense rounds, officials say. So those are the best news. After the military bill, Ukraine will obtain weaponry really fast. Pentagon officials knew something. Yeah, you may say, Dennis, the military bill also should be supported in Senate and signed by President. But it will take, I think, not more than a week, because there was already support in Senate of the previous military bill for Ukraine, so I have no doubts that it will be done really fast. They will look for it next Tuesday, and hopefully the next week will be a final chapter of this Santa Barbara or saga around the military bill for Ukraine. So this month Ukraine will start to receive artillery shells, air defense missiles, and many more other tools. Absolutely great news. After all, MAGA group was defeated. Thankfully to the United States of America and other allies, Ukraine is capable to defend its territory. Yeah, obviously our counterpart Russia has lots of the resources. Their military budget for this year is more than 100 billion United States dollars. They also have the support from their own allies, but there's some of the positive news about this topic as well. Obviously not for Russia, for Ukraine. The next week, Anthony Blinken will visit China to speak about the war in Ukraine. We understand that China supports Russia with technology, even with some of the military equipment, so Blinken wants to cut those supplies from key Russian ally. How can the United States of America do it? Well, they have some of the levers. They're basically the biggest client of China. And here's the other bill connected to TikTok. So actually this platform will be banned in America very soon. The bill had even more support compared to Ukrainian military aid. Is it good that TikTok will be banned in the United States? Well, honestly, I don't have the robust answer to this question. From one side, it is Chinese social network, but from other side, we still have monopoly in the United States, for example, YouTube, and TikTok was the only real competitor to that. So it's really hard to say. As for me, I use TikTok for the videos like that. For example, this is the Humvee Ukrainian vehicle. It was hit right to the aft part by the Russian FPV drone, but still continue its movement. Vehicle survived, hopefully crew also. So it will be repaired very soon and run again. Not every FPV attack is deadly. In Ukraine, TikTok is kind of popular and you might see many of those kind of the videos from the front lines on that platform, and many of the volunteers and Ukrainian military bloggers are using TikTok to raise awareness and funds for supporting Ukrainian army. And personally, I didn't see lots of the pro-Russian propaganda, maybe because I don't like it and TikTok just doesn't give it to me. The algorithm of the platform is, I would say, even better compared to YouTube. By the way, it is also banned in China. They have the other social network for Chinese, but we know that TikTok is founded by China, so probably yes, it should be banned in the United States if you have alternate like United States made product YouTube. I would like just to see more competition in this video hosting sector, not just YouTube but something else. Hopefully in the future some company will do it, not just a big corporation like Google should dominate the market. The military bills for Israel and Taiwan also passed the Congress. One more warning for China that the United States of America will support their ally Taiwan in the region. And thanks to Iranian attack, we have a quick review of the Israeli military bill together with many others. So Iran expedited those events. With your stupid attack, you did everything against yourself and against your allies, for example, Russia and China. As for the Taiwan bill, all of the Republicans voted for it. So it has the outstanding support from the United States. They're really determined to support the ally. Have the confirmation that Russia definitely hit MiG-29. This one was in operational condition based in Dnipro airfield, so 2 of the airplanes were out of the resource. Not air wars about this one for sure was flying and it was targeted with the help of the Russian ballistic missile. What worries me that it happened really far away from the front lines, 90 with something kilometers, so around 60 miles away from the battlefields. So Russia has the capabilities for surveillance, because this video was filmed by their drone, and also they have the tools to target the Ukrainian facilities. That's why we need more air defense systems. Ukraine also has the support from Slovakia, not from the government, however, but from the ordinary Slovakians. Slovak crowdfunders raised nearly 2 million euros for Ukrainian support. Eat this, fika faka fiso. Luckily, ordinary people still support Ukraine. Elsewhere, I'm sure in Hungary, majority do support Ukraine. In Slovakia, in the United States, in the democratic countries, I think that it's absolutely true. Yeah, sorry about those watermarks. I have this video on one of the Telegram channels, Ukrainian Telegram channels. They show the attack on the Russian S-400 systems, but not in Jankoy, it happened somewhere else. There were not the launchers of the S-400, but the control unit and the radar, which is way more expensive compared to the simple launchers with missiles. I heard some other rhetorics from the Ukrainian government that they want to block Telegram. Well, Telegram gives also the opportunity for Ukrainian volunteers, for Ukrainian journalists and bloggers to raise the awareness about what is actually happening. Sometimes this reality is not supported by Ukrainian government. For them, it's better to show more or less happy picture about any sort of the events, but on Telegram you may find truthful information. That's why I also have my own page on Telegram. You may join my Telegram group using the link in the video description just below. So because government is unable to control Telegram, they want to block it. Unlike on X platform, you may only find Russian propaganda or any sort of the propaganda if you want to reach it, if you search for it on Telegram. It basically doesn't give you recommendations, you only have the search engine out there. So the only way to get subscribers is to call for subscription. For example, I'm calling for it on YouTube. I use it first of all because it has low censorship and I'm sure that it will not be blocked as many more of my content on this platform. I may give you videos from the front lines and other stuff which is not accepted over here. So this Ukrainian MP said that Telegram should be blocked, but it is actually impossible for Ukraine to block it. Maybe as an option just to remove it from Google Play or Apple Store on the territory of Ukraine, but again they need to negotiate with Apple and Google with this. Let's go for the latest military map update. Russia advanced in Novomikhailivka. I shared the video on my Telegram channel, by the way, of how many vehicles Russia lost just around this settlement. More than 300 units. So let's go to the timeline. It was yesterday and it is today. Russia already reported that they occupied the settlement, and definitely you may see that the gray area advanced behind Novomikhailivka. But according to our information, the fighting is still ongoing in this place, but Russia obviously will occupy this town very soon. Later on, they will try to advance to Konstantinovka. It's a little bit smaller compared to Novomihailovka, but not a lot. So we expect that for each settlement, Russia would lose at least 300 of the vehicles. So if they want to advance somewhere further, like in this place, they would need to lose 1/3 of their current army deployed in Ukraine. It's just crazy. The situation is also difficult in Bakhmut direction. So here Russia tries to advance to Chasiv Yar. This stopped for a few days because they were in lack of their resources. Ukraine ambushed their convoys, but today we see that they regrouped their forces, sending more units to the area. There is the heavy battle ongoing. We have the reports about it from our soldiers who fight in this area. However, today there were no any changes, no Russian advancement in this region was recorded. As for the vehicle losses for the last 3 days, Russia lost 195 of the vehicles, Ukraine 69. Starlings also mentioned as the units here in statistics, so we have absolutely everything, supply tracks, boats and other stuff for each day. Here it probably was some sort of the Russian assault because they continue to lose tremendous number of the vehicles, and here mostly KAMAZ and Ural supply trucks. Well, actually, I have never seen this picture before with so many of the supply vehicles being targeted. All of that because of the FPV drone, FPV drone, FPV drone, FPV drone. And here we have Tupolev 22M3, absolutely great achievement of Ukrainian defenders. China publishes the images of the United States military base. Here you can see some of the air carriers. The images are quite detailed, as you may see. Those were done by Tianjin 403 spy satellite, which China launched not a long time ago. And I'm sure that they will provide the data from those satellites to the Russian side, especially sharing the images from Ukrainian map. Meanwhile, Russia is hiring more and more soldiers. As you can see, those two on the background are obviously Russians. Actually, people are coming to join the Russian army from African countries, from India, Nepal and China because Russia pays quite a lot. Iran will get Sukhoi 35 fighter jets from Russia the next week. It was the part of the deal for Russia to gain the technologies to produce Shahed drones in the Russian factories. But still Russia obtains the most part for those drones from Iranian side. One more Russian oil facility was hit in Kadymova, Smolensk Oblast, Russia. It's not far away from the Moscow Oblast. Kadymova is this place, and this is the Russian oil facility, basically the oil storage. It's not the refinery, but probably it was really important for the Russian side. And now, my friends, please don't forget to press your huge like to this video. By doing so, you help me a lot. And as usual, I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.